Hello, Team Journey to Health. This is your upline coach, Amy Schindler-Kruger. And today I am introducing the team calendar. So as you all know, we are all entrepreneurs off running our own businesses and such. But within the Beachbody world, we have teams. And as your team leader, it is my job, or I take it as my responsibility to help you become the best coach that you can be. So in doing that, I have worked with several other coaches. I've watched several videos from some of our top coaches of the company on how they go about planning their month with the different groups that they run, the posts that they run, how they advertise the groups that they're running, the team trainings that they do, pretty much anything you can think of. And together, I've collaborated with them, and I've just taken lots and lots of notes and ended up with this calendar. So I'm really excited to introduce it to you. And what my hope is although you are perfectly welcome to run your business any which way you please, my hope is that we could come together more as a team and run some of our groups together. Anytime you can get more people in a group, you have more interaction. It just makes it for a better experience for everyone involved. Another thing is, as we're running groups together, if you're going on vacation or something, we might be able to help pitch in with each other as far as the daily posts go and such. In the beginning especially, I will still do the daily post like I always have. However, I do expect you to participate daily in the group if you're going to be involved with us as a team. Having that consistent post from people certainly helps other people realize the importance. And really what it comes down to is, as a challenger, you want to be the challenger you want your challengers to be. And as a coach, you want to be the coach you want your coaches to be. So if you're in a challenge group and you're not really participating, your challengers pick up on that. They're watching you for, guidance. And that's the impression they're left with, is it's not that important if I check in or not. We want people to think it is important to check in every single day, because when they do that, they feel accountable to the group. And that's when you're going to start seeing people really take off with these programs and be successful. And that's the whole purpose of the coaching program. Beachbody sells thousands and thousands of programs a day, all by themselves, with all their infomercials and their own advertising. They brought the coaches in because they really do care about these people that are buying these products, and they really do want them to use them, and they really want them to be successful. So we as coaches need to take that responsibility seriously and not just look at this as a when I feel like it project. It's up to you how many hours a day you put into your business, and it's up to you how far you want to take your business. But if you invest in someone, or, let me say that differently. If someone invests in themselves and puts their trust in you because you've reached out to them, then you owe it to them to be there all the way through. So our calendar, as you scroll down, you're going to notice there's a huge, huge gap between June and July. And if my screen would work, that would be awesome. So there's this great big gap. I did that because I have printed my own copy, and I hope that you'll do the same. With the gap in there, it makes it so that June prints on one page, and then July does print on 2 pages, but it splits perfectly so that you don't have like half of a day on one page and half of a day on another page. So that is the purpose of the big gap. Normally you will just receive 1 month at a time, and I'm going to put it on my personal calendar to make sure that this is updated by the 25th of each month, so that like no later than July 25th, you will have your August calendar in front of you. Now you'll see, I'm actually going to scroll down to July just because it's an entire month, and I think that makes it easiest. You're going to see at the top of each day, I have posts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You should post 3 to 5 times a day consistently to grow your business. These posts have several different topics, and I'm going to go into that just a little bit here later in the video, because I do want to talk about, I don't want you posting the same thing over and over and over. You will become white noise to people. They'll get tired of hearing it. They will see your name and they'll just keep scrolling. And that is not what we want at all. The section calls to listen to. These are the calls. I'm going to scroll down to a full week here. And actually, I need to move this over. That's the only thing. You can't see the whole week. There we go. Okay, so calls to listen to. I'm going to scroll down to where we have a full week here. These are the calls that I listen to every week. They are not all mandatory. However, of all the different calls that I've participated in and listened to, these are the ones that consistently provide the most value, in my opinion. And everybody's different. These are just people that when they talk, it makes sense to me. They say things that I need to hear, and that's why I've chosen to listen to them. The National Wake Up Call most definitely should be required. That's the only one out of all of these that I'm going to say, no matter what, every single week, you need to listen to the National Wake Up Call. The Fit for Life recording, Monday nights at 9 o'clock, the team Fit for Life, which is my uplines team, does a call. They do record it every single week. That recording is in the Fit for Life team page, and you all should be in there, and you'll see the postings for it. If you're available at 9 o'clock on Monday night, please jump on. I'd love to see your name in the list of people attending. However, I understand we all have set business hours, and if that is not a time that works for you, then sometime on Tuesday, make it your priority to listen to that call. The bombshell recording is Lindsay Matway's team, and she also does a Monday 9 o'clock call. However, obviously you can't listen to both of these calls at once. So as far as I'm concerned, I make Fit for Life my priority because it's my direct team. The bombshell recording, they have no idea whether I'm on that call or not. I almost always listen to this call because the topic is generally of value, and Lindsay generally gets people that are at least 5-star or above coaches to put these calls on. So they're people that have been in the trenches and know what they're talking about. Next call I have on the list is Anita Myron. If any of these other calls I'm going to say is mandatory, Anita's I would put up there. She's been a coach for 3 years now, I believe, and she has gotten herself to the top 10 twice now. And most likely she will be there again this year. She's amazing. I don't know what else to say. She totally gets this business and puts it out there. She's got an incredible backstory that you can listen to. I'm not going to bore you with all those details, but she is a true person who has come from nothing and made an incredible life for herself and really turned things around. And her calls are full of value. She actually is one of the inspirations behind this calendar to begin with. And then on Friday mornings, 10 a.m., we are going to be having our Team Journey to Health live Zoom chat that you are all invited to. It will be recorded. It will be starting promptly at 10 a.m. And this is going to be a call for me to talk to you about the upcoming week, talk to you about team goals, talk to you about our groups going on. This will not be an open mic type of call. I will be muting the participants because we are working on a strict schedule. We are keeping this call to 30 minutes tops to kind of help everybody out in their personal schedules and so forth. People have had to make some sacrifices to make this time work. This was the time that worked for the majority. So if there are things that you personally need to discuss with me, questions you have, please always send me a message and we'll schedule a time that we can get together and have a one-on-one meeting to where we can discuss what it is you need to go over. And then lastly, on Saturdays, I do this a lot of times, and with a lot of these calls, I don't just sit and stare at my computer screen. I'll have you know, once they're recorded, you can listen to them anywhere. So if I've got a long drive, if I'm doing dishes, I have a little portable speaker in my bathroom when I'm showering and getting ready. When I'm cleaning house, I pop the earbuds in. I listen to these calls all different times. When I walk my dog, this isn't just like I have all this time to sit and listen and watch these calls. In fact, Janelle Summers, if you wanted to sit and watch her call, you would be looking at a black screen because she does hers over a phone recording and there's nothing to see. So Janelle Summers she's been in the top 10 all except for last year, since the beginning of her being a coach. She is the highest ranked coach in all of Beachbody, meaning she is the only coach currently to have 3 15-star business centers. And she also happens to be Shalene Johnson's sister, and she is just full of great business information. She comes with a business background. She's very intelligent, and she knows how to successfully run a business. So her calls are generally very, very intuitive and give me good advice on ways to handle situations. So I also like to listen to her call. Again, I am putting all of this out here for you for your own benefit. This is not something, I'm not a teacher giving you homework. You're not graded on whether you do these or not. All I can say is success leaves clues. And if you are looking to be successful, listening to the successful people certainly can be of huge benefit to you. Now, the miscellaneous to do are things that you really need to do. And these are little things on top of your normal. Everybody that's been through the Smart Start program has a copy of the Team Journey to Health roadmap, and that's your daily to-do list. That's your, start at the top, work your way down, make sure all of those things get hit every single day. These are just a couple of little things that get added into that list. And then new groups starting are any of our groups that we're running, and this is how we're going to be running our groups. The first Monday of the month, we're going to have a 10-day Smart Start. That's for any new coaches that were signed prior to the last 10-day Smart Start. They need to have done all of the prerequisite stuff in the new coach email. And once they've completed that, you have your Getting Started Right call with them. And during that Getting Started Right call, you let them know that they will be enrolled in the next 10-day Smart Start. 10-day Smart Start goes through, it breaks down everything that you need to know how to do to get your business up off the ground. Basically, it breaks down that daily roadmap, the things that you're supposed to be doing on a daily basis. It breaks it down into smaller steps and explains the process so that when you're looking at that list, you know what in the world you're doing and how to go about accomplishing that list. We will also be having a 21-day fixed group start every single month. So be advertising for it, be talking to people. Most of the time, that will be the second Monday of the month. Because this is our first month going, I have switched it around and I'm making this the first Monday of the month. The other reason for that is because with it being on sale, we want everybody to be purchasing by the 30th to get the price, to get the sale price. So we'll be starting the group on Monday. Speaking of purchasing, we are going to have a strict cutoff date. The Tuesday before the actual Monday start date, all products have to be purchased. If they are not purchased by the close of business on Tuesday, they cannot go into that group. It is too difficult to run a group and get people on board when they don't have their products yet because they don't know what you're talking about. They can't look at the stuff and they start off behind. And then what I find happening is in the middle of the first week when everybody else has already started and they're getting going, this person feels overwhelmed because they didn't get their meal plan done and they don't know how many containers they're supposed to have in a day's time, and they give up. And that's not what we want. So we're going to start implementing that they absolutely have to have their product purchased by that Tuesday. That's the cutoff. And if they can't purchase it by that Tuesday, that's okay because we're going to run a new group every single month and they'll just get into the next group. We are going to start having a business opportunity call once a month. This is a live Zoom call where people will we will create an event for it. You'll invite people to it, and then the link will be posted in the event. Everybody gets on, and somebody will be hosting the business opportunity call where we will share the Beachbody coaching opportunity video, and then we'll be talking about what coaching really is. So that's something that we'll be doing on a monthly basis. The next Monday of the month, we'll be starting a Diamond Mastery group, and this is for there's a sequential order that you have to go through. When you're a new coach, you receive the email. You have to do all of the steps in the email. From there, you go to the 10 start. When you've completed the 10 start, you'll go to the Road to Emerald. When you've completed the Road to Emerald and you become Emerald rank, then you'll go to the Diamond Mastery group. The Diamond Mastery group is intended to get you to the rank of Diamond. So, however, Diamond Mastery starts the second Monday of the month and Road to Emerald starts the third Monday of the month. The reason for that is because up here we had a 10-day Smart Start that's going to run this week and this week. So down here, it only makes sense for them to go directly into the Road to Emerald group, which is a 30-day group. So they'll finish that up just in time to start the Diamond Mastery the following month. Then we're going to be running a 5-day free group every single month. That is primarily going to be based on clean eating. However, we may throw some different things in there, like a 5-day ab challenge or a 5-day squat challenge, just to mix things up and make it, a little more entertaining here and there. These free groups are for anybody and everybody. The only prerequisite is that they need to be a customer of yours. They can be a free customer. All they have to do is go in and sign up for a profile. They do not have to have bought anything to be in this group. The whole idea is this group is normally going to be ran up here, and the 21-day fix is going to be ran down here. So the idea of this group is it'll run for 5 days, and then you'll post in there talking about your 21-day fix group. Or we are also going to be running a mixed group down here at the end of the month, and you can be talking about that group as well. So the point to that is it will give them a chance to see what it's like to get that daily support. It'll give them a chance to see what a challenge group is like. And hopefully in the 5 days, if they follow the plan and stick to it for 5 days, they'll start to see that they're feeling a little better, and they just might want to continue that on. They will get 30 days of on-demand free with this free group. So we'll have workouts to post on a daily basis for them. And then we'll be providing a meal plan for them. We'll be providing a shopping list. So there's lots of good stuff to be had in the free group. It just only lasts 5 days. Scrolling on down, here's our Road to Emerald that I talked about, and then we're going to be having a 5-day open house. We have the business opportunity call up here, right there, and then starting down here, we have an actual 5-day open house where it'll be a private closed group for 5 days, where every single day there will be a post that explains a little bit more about what coaching is in detail. Scroll down, we have a Diamond to Star Diamond. This training is for anybody that is currently Diamond and looking to go Star Diamond. So this group will always start at the end of the month, and obviously it'll only start when we have people available that want to go through that program, but that is the set day. The 4th Monday of the month is when that'll be starting. And then finally, the mixed program group will be starting the last Monday of the month. So when it comes to customers, we're going to have a free challenge group, 5 days. We're going to have a 21-day fixed program group, and we're going to have a mixed program group. This is any other Beachbody program you can think of that they want to do. Does not matter. They would all be going through it together starting day 1 here. So, we sell a lot of 21-day fix because of the nutrition plan, but there's a lot of other good workout programs out there that people enjoy, and not everybody needs the nutrition plan from the 21-day fix. All of our programs come with a nutrition plan or a meal plan to follow. So, and granted, 21-day fix can be implemented into any of those programs, but if they don't have the containers, there's still a good, solid nutrition plan, scientifically based for the program that they're doing, available to them. So we don't want to lose sight of that and forget that that actually exists. And that gives us a chance to hit some of our goals, which would be by the 15th of the month, we're going to have a goal of hitting Success Club 5. By the 25th of the month, we're going to have a Success Club 10 goal. So if we have a second group starting on the 27th, that gives us the whole month to be inviting and having conversations to hopefully lock in that Success Club well before the last day of the month. Now, lastly, we have the miscellaneous info, and that is exactly that. Your goals are in there. The last day of the pay week is on Wednesdays. I have Super Saturday listed on here, although it seems to have disappeared. Oh, it's up here. So just any miscellaneous information that I think you need to know or whatever is listed in there. We will be on a weekly basis on Fridays during our meeting quickly talking about the week coming, so that if there's any questions about any of the assignments and so forth, you understand what's coming up in front of you. So if I scroll up to move to that portion of the call, this coming week, the different miscellaneous items that you have. We've got open next week's groups. We don't actually have any new groups starting next Monday, so there aren't any groups to get opened up. And then writing next week's posts. And what do I mean by that? So down here, we have all these categories of posts. But when it comes down to it, you don't have, I mean, it's a great outline, but you don't have any actual post. And if every single day you look at your thing and you start thinking, okay, I got to make a post, something about faith and inspiration. Gosh, I don't know. What should I write about? Oh, well, maybe I should scroll for a little bit. Maybe I should Google something. You could spend an hour putting together one post. We have 5 posts to do. I don't think anybody in this group, myself included, wants to spend 5 hours a day just coming up with random posts for Facebook. Now, some of them are really easy. Family, I can always think of something to post about my family, right? Here's the thing. On Saturday, if you take just a little bit of time, not 5 hours, and you think about these categories and you jot down some ideas of things that you could post about within these categories, then during the week, you can kind of go back to those notes. You can even, in a Word document, you can write out a post and save it for later. You don't have to post something the second it hits your mind. On Monday, if you start thinking about a great transformation story of somebody that you know that you want to share about, open up a Word document, write it out, and put a date next to it. And then on that day, you go to that document and you just copy and paste and you put your post in. So you're going to have motivation scattered throughout the whole month many times. Anytime you think of some kind of motivation that you could post for people, just jot it down. I don't care if you just start a notebook and start making notes in there, if you start a Word document and you type it in there. The thing with a Word document is you can copy and paste, but the thing with a notebook is sometimes the power of actually writing, the energy that flows from your brain down to your pencil just is more inspiring and might even help you think of other ideas. So when it comes to, the inspiration, the motivation, those are all things, just whatever floats your boat. What do you need inspired by? What do you need motivated with? If you need help with it, probably somebody else does too, and that's what you want to be putting out there for people. As far as your workout of the day, this is another one where you're going to see it a lot because it's one of the 3 vital behaviors, and you need to show people that you are committed to these vital behaviors. But in doing that, you do not want the same sweaty selfie every single day of the week. People will get tired of seeing it. So think of different things that you can post. Definitely selfies are good. You want a lot of selfies in there because you want people to start seeing your face and assimilating it with fitness and assimilating it with particularly 21 Day Fix, Turbo Fire, Lean Extreme, P90X, Shakeology. You want those to become synonymous in people's brains, like, oh yeah, she does that. I wonder if I could ask her about it. So come up with, just be creative is what I'm getting at. Don't post the same thing over and over. One day you could even just talk about why you enjoy the workout that you're doing. One day you can talk about why you enjoy being able to work out from home. One day you can talk about the fact that you were over at your mom's and you hadn't got your workout in yet for the day, so you went in the other room and used Beachbody on demand. There's tons of ideas. Make it full of variety. Promote the Smart Start. This is pretty simple. You're not going to be putting out invitations per se to the Smart Start. You're just going to say a little something about the fact that, you've got a new group starting. You're excited to be teaching some new coaches the way of the ropes. Just talking about the fact that you have a group, that you have a training, that people don't have to get into this totally blind and have no clue what in the world they're doing. Of course, your family is just any random thing you can want to post about your family. And then ask a random question is literally just, it can be anything. You see people out there that just ask, like, what's your favorite color? Get a little creative. Think of something. For example, I'm wanting to use some faux tan here in the near future. So my random question might be, hey, I've tried faux tan in the past and always ended up orange. Who's got a good brand for me? Ask for people's opinions, whatever you can think of there. Your hashtag TT, Throwback Thursday, who you were and who you are. So think back a little bit to who you were before you started your Beachbody journey. Think about who you are now. It does not need to be a 10 paragraph thing. I am so guilty of this. I start typing and I think you need every detail known to man. And I'm really working on hitting the highlights with not all the details. So just, it can be short. You don't need to share your whole story in one post. You're going to do this over and over and over. So just think of one little area that's changed in your life because of Beachbody and talk about it. Again, workout selfie, personal interest. Obviously, we all have interests besides health and fitness. We all have interests besides Beachbody. This should be a post about something to do that is uniquely you, whether it's that I'm drawing a blank. For me, I love gardening. I am a mom of teenagers. Granted, that falls into family as well, but I'm also going to be a mom of a Marine. That's kind of changing the aspect of my life. Just anything personal that you would want to post about that doesn't have to do with health and fitness. You have to have variety again. You just need things, the things that your friends know you for, the things that when you look at your group of friends, what do you have in common? Post something about that. And then a miscellaneous nutritional post. You have to be careful here. I actually encourage people to do a quick Google search and come up with a nutritional post here. Do not just base this off of something you think. You want to make sure that this is factual. And then promoting your free group. This is an open invitation, and make it personal. If you have struggled for a couple of days and we're getting ready to do a clean eating group, talk about it. Been struggling, life's gotten crazy chaotic, I'm trying to adjust to a new schedule, my meals haven't been as on point as they should be, so I'm looking to get back on track. Who would like to join me? I'm going to run a 5-day free clean eating group. Something from your personal development. By the way, guys, I know this is getting long. We're not going through the whole month. I'm only going through this first week here. If there are things further on down the month that we need to talk about, we'll talk about them in a further future call. Something from your personal development. You have to be reading personal development in order to post this. It is one of your 3 vital behaviors. It's so, so important. So by implementing it into your post, it just helps you stay accountable to actually getting your reading done. A help wanted ad. We have a business opportunity call coming up on the 9th. We need to find people that want to participate in that call. So by putting out a help wanted ad and talking about what an awesome, amazing opportunity Beachbody is, and that you happen to be looking for new people to join your team, you'll get people that are interested. You can talk to them about the coaching opportunity and say, hey, I just wonder if you'd be interested in listening to a call that's going to explain a little more in detail about what coaching really is. There's no obligation whatsoever. I'm just wanting to share with people what an awesome company I work for. Sharing a healthy recipe, you can find one online. It can be one of yours. Be careful here, though. I see people sharing recipes all the time that connect back to other people's blogs that are other coaches. Not that I don't love my other coaches, but I don't want to direct business to their blog and have them connect with them when I'm hoping to provide value by giving them a recipe so that hopefully someday they want to connect with me. So just be careful there. Obviously, you don't want to be stealing other people's stuff, but you can go to like Skinny MS, Skinny Ms. They have some great recipes. You can go to Weight Watchers. You can go to, oh my gosh, there's thousands of recipe sites. Just, look for healthy recipes, obviously. Now, keep in mind, your recipes do not have to be 21 Day Fix approved to share them. Just make sure it's a general healthy recipe. Something about Shakeology. Again, we do not want to post a picture of us holding our Shakeology cup 17 times a month. Once in a while, absolutely. Talk about an ingredient in Shakeology. Talk about why you drink Shakeology. Talk about why your family drinks Shakeology. Talk about how your daughter no longer has to take allergy medication because of Shakeology. Talk about how the fact that you haven't been sick and you don't know how long because of Shakeology. Talk about the energy Shakeology gives you. What does Shakeology do for you? Share about it. Again, Pictures are a plus for most of these posts, but not mandatory for every single post. And certainly you want lots of variety when it comes to your pictures. Personal interest, again, something about you, workout of the day. Again, you're going to post that a lot because you want people to know, yes, I am working out every day. Doesn't take a lot of time, but I'm making it a priority each and every day. Again, something from your personal development. And inspiring before and after. This does not have to be you. Find somebody whose story inspires you. You can go to the Beachbody blog and read lots and lots of stories. You don't have to spend forever doing this, but it doesn't take long to find a story that inspires you. Those stories are free for us to use. You can take their picture, you can post it, and you can say a little something, read their story and then say a little something about their story that really inspired you. What spoke to you? And then you need to be food prepping on the weekend for your future week. So talk about it, show some pictures, talk about the steps, talk about how you fit it in, talk about how it saves your week. Whatever you can come up with, post about it. And then again, personal interest. So that takes us through our first week here. What else? Write your top 100 list. You should all have a contact list that you are working off of. You should be adding 5 to 7 new people every single day. You need to go through and pick 100 people off of this list that you are going to work with in July. And then you need to go through and you need to circle the people off that list who you would love to see become a coach. Do not prejudge these people as you go through your list. Don't think about whether you think they can afford it or not. Don't think about whether you think they would be interested or not. Don't think about whether you think they would fall off the wagon. Just pick 100 people off your list that you're going to work with. These are the people that, from that top list, you're going to start with your reach outs. And from your reach outs, you're going to go to your messaging. And then from your messaging, you're going to go to your inviting. The thought process is if you're doing this on a regular basis, by the time you write your new 100 list for August, you'll have people that are, somewhere in the process of messaging and inviting, and it becomes a full circle thing. So get that list written out. Business activity tracker. So important. I do not know a single business that has survived without keeping track of their business. So I'm going to be uploading a group business activity tracker that we will daily check in on and account for our actions. This is not meant to be oh, look, you didn't do your things today. This is to hold you accountable. Like, wow, look, I haven't checked in, or look, I haven't invited anybody in the last week. Gee, I wonder why I don't have any Success Club points. So this is meant to keep us all accountable. I will be participating in this as well. 4th of July, talk to somebody about coaching. Work on your next week's posts. So that is our week coming. This back here at the beginning of the week that I didn't touch on. Write out your top 10 goals for July. Success Club most definitely should be one of those goals. Whether you pick 5 or 10 is up to you, but definitely Success Club should be one of those goals. Your sponsorship drill down. We'll be talking more about this, but this is something that you need to be checking on in the back office weekly, and we will have a designated call that breaks down what you're looking for and why you do this. So just know that that's something that's going to be happening on a regular basis. And then the last day of the month, you always want to reflect back on your month. Did you meet your goals? Was it a successful month? What do you need to do differently? Business inventory. This is also something that we will talk about more in depth. I know this call has gotten really long, and some of these things are, this is like a whole topic of its own. So that is what I have for you on the calendar. I hope that that was clear and concise and that you have a good picture of where we're going with this. I hope that it kind of brought some excitement to you. Like you could see a big picture here of how doing this on a daily basis could truly change your business. So what I want you to do from here is I want you to print out the calendar, put it somewhere where you're going to see it often. And as you do the things for the day, cross them off. The goal is to get through everything on this list. If you get through everything on this list and you get through your power hour every single day, that's it, guys. You're successfully coaching at that point. Will you immediately have Success Club 5 or 10? No. But if you do those activities consistently day after day, your business is going to grow. So I hope you're as excited about this as I am. If you have questions, please post them in the group, and I am looking forward to getting going. Thank you so much for taking the time to participate.